You're hiking a quiet trail just after sunrise, the kind of morning where you feel completely alone. Then you see it, standing still about 40 meters away, watching you. Not moving, not running, just watching. Your first instinct is to keep walking. Act normal. Get closer for a better look. Stop. Because that wolf has already given you a warning sign, and how you respond in the next few seconds actually matters. It's easy to look at a wolf and think, big dog. But wolves and dogs, despite sharing ancestry, behave in fundamentally different ways around humans. A dog reads human body language and often seeks connection. A wolf is a wild predator running constant cost-benefit calculations. Is this worth the risk? Is this a threat? Is this prey? Every second of an encounter, it's evaluating you. This matters because wolves don't attack randomly or without communicating first. Unlike some ambush predators, wolves are pack animals that rely on communication. And that means before anything physical happens, there's almost always a sequence of signals. Most people just don't know how to read them. The first sign is the one from our hook. A fixed, unbroken stare. In wolf body language, prolonged direct eye contact isn't curiosity. It's assessment. Wolves use sustained staring to evaluate whether a target is weak, distracted, or vulnerable, the same way they'd size up injured prey before committing to a chase. Here's what most people get wrong. They either stare back aggressively, which can be read as a challenge, or they turn and run, which can trigger a chase instinct built over millions of years of hunting behavior. Neither response is what you want. The second sign is in the body itself. A wolf that's escalating toward confrontation will lower its head slightly while keeping its eyes locked on you, shift its weight forward onto its front legs, and raise the fur along its back and shoulders, a behavior called piloerection that makes the animal look larger and more threatening. This stance is fundamentally different from a relaxed or curious wolf, which tends to hold its head higher, ears more neutral, and body loose rather than coiled. The forward-loaded stance is the wolf physically preparing to close distance fast if it decides to. The third sign is the one people miss most often because it's an absence rather than an action. In healthy, non-defensive encounters, wolves are often vocal, barking, whining, or vocalizing toward their pack. But a wolf that goes completely silent while maintaining a stare and forward stance has shifted into focused, predatory, or defensive mode. It's no longer communicating with its pack. It's focused entirely on you. When all three signs stack together, the stare, the stance, and the silence, that's the closest thing to a formal warning a wolf can give a human before things could escalate. Here's an important fact that gets lost in the fear. Verified wolf attacks on humans are extremely rare, even in regions with large wild populations. Wolves are naturally wary of humans, and centuries of being hunted have reinforced strong avoidance behavior in most populations. The vast majority of encounters end with the wolf simply retreating once it determines a human isn't easy prey and isn't worth the risk. Most documented attacks involve specific circumstances. A wolf habituated to humans through repeated feeding, a mother wolf defending pups at close range, or an animal that's sick, injured, or rabid and behaving abnormally. Understanding this context matters because it means the warning signs exist precisely because attacks are the exception, not the rule. The wolf is deciding, and the signs tell you which way that decision is leaning. If you see these signs, the general guidance from wildlife agencies is consistent. Don't run, and don't turn your back. Make yourself appear larger by raising your arms or opening a jacket. Speak in a loud, firm voice, and back away slowly while continuing to face the animal. Group up with others. If you're not alone, wolves are far less likely to approach multiple people standing together. If a wolf continues to approach despite these signals, escalate further. Throw objects, use noise-making tools like an air horn if available, and be prepared to fight back with anything at hand as a last resort. But it's worth repeating. In the overwhelming majority of encounters, correctly reading the early signs and responding calmly is enough to end things before they escalate at all. Here's what changes how most people see this animal. The same intelligence and communication system that makes wolves capable of warning you before an attack is what makes them one of the most sophisticated social predators on the planet. Wolf packs coordinate hunts across miles of terrain, communicate through a complex mix of vocalization, scent, and body language, and maintain social bonds that can last a lifetime. The wolf staring at you on that trail isn't a mindless threat. It's a highly social, highly intelligent animal making a calculated decision, using the exact same communication skills it uses to coordinate with its own pack. You just happened to be on the receiving end of a signal built for a very different kind of conversation. Next time you're somewhere wild and you lock eyes with something that isn't moving, remember, it's already telling you something. The stare, the stance, the silence. Read them, and you'll almost always know exactly where you stand. If animal behavior like this fascinates you, subscribe. There's a warning sign hiding in almost every creature we cover next,